The rain had just broken over Willow Creek, turning the dirt road into rivers of rust-colored mud. The storm's thunder had rolled westward, leaving the little frontier town drenched, its wooden storefronts dripping, its windows fogged. Across the wide street, with boots heavy from the mire, a cowboy named Luke Thatcher guided his horse toward the saloon. He was a man built by silence and solitude, 37 years old, with a scar along his jaw that told more truth than his quiet eyes ever did. Folks said he was a man who had buried too much, his wife 5 winters back, his son a year later, and since then, a heart that refused to beat for anyone but his horse. They called him the Lonely Rider, and he never fought the name. 8 feet. Luke had meant to pass through town quick, just to pick up supplies before heading back to his ranch, an expanse of lonely land with more cattle than people. But fate is strange in how it places souls before you when you least expect them. Just as he tied his reins to the post, he heard it, a small, timid voice, almost swallowed by the wind. "Can you buy us, mister?" Luke turned. Standing by the General Storie's wall was a girl no older than 10, barefoot in the mud, her thin cotton dress clinging damp against her body. In her arms was a baby, wrapped in a tattered blanket. Beside her sat a woman slumped against the boards, her head bowed, her face pale, her hair plastered wet against her cheeks. The woman's breathing was shallow, her lips cracked as though thirst had carved them. The Hill's eyes, wide and desperate, locked on Luke. "Can you buy us?" she whispered again. For a moment, Luke thought they misheard. He had known beggars, drifties, broken men who offered to sell their horses, their labor, even their guns. But never had he heard a child speak with such solemnity, as though life itself was something she had weighed and measured, and found no other price left. He crouched down, the mud seeping into his jeans, his head shielding his eyes from the drizzle. "What's your name, darling?" "Sarah," she answered, tightening her hold on the baby. "This is Daniel. Is my brother. Mama can't walk no more." Her voice cracked, though her face stayed steady. "She says if someone don't take us, we'll die." Luke looked at the woman again. She stirred faintly, her eyes opening just enough to reveal a glimmer of life, before closing again. She was young, no more than 30, but hardship had carved lines of exhaustion into her. Luke's throat tightened. "Your pa?" Luke asked softly. "Dead," Sarah said, matter of fact, like a truth she'd learned long ago shot last winter. "Mama's been trying to keep us alive since." She looked down at the baby, then back at Luke. "But she can't no more. So, can you buy us, mister?" The words cut deeper than any knife. Luke had spent years walling off his heart. He had taught himself to ignore the cries of coyotes, the emptiness of his house, the ghost of a child's laughter in the wind.